If Bola Tinubu approaches you to work with him, would you?
It will never happen.
Hello, you are welcome to this class. Just now, Reno Omokri don't drop tweet. They thank Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying, I am so grateful for nominating you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the forgiveness. So for this class, we'll check how it reach here, okay? As you can see, this guy, during the election, the way he talk about this man, castigated him. He know they care about tomorrow. He no believe say tomorrow day. Now so he dey talk. Even though say the thing they news, there's a way we go see talk am, but he talk. So for this class, go see the journey so far. How he attacked him, come bend, cause say he no go ever work with him. Cause they attack him now. Go see everything, okay? Everything we go discuss for here, the internet. No be say I go generate am, okay? We could see. So this class, I tatoram how to eat your vomit like Reno Omokri. Also, we are still going to look at how to use Law 2 of the 48 laws of power. How Jagaban, how Mr. President has been using Law 2 of the 48 laws of power in dealing with political enemy, opponent, and so on and so forth. Okay? So let's start. Before we read this, let's see how we got here. Okay? Now, if you go to Arise News channel for YouTube, go to November 12, 2022. They posted this video. Okay? No be say na me generator. The video still there. E dey their channel. They no delete am. Na wetin Reno Omokri use the mouth talk. Now we all listen to. Okay? If you no wan waste your time, make you start from this time, from 21:14. Then you play it down. You go see wetin he use him mouth. They talk for national television. Okay? So make you listen to them.
All right, Mr. Omokri, let's talking about the opposition, let's deviate a little bit and get your take on recent reports around claims of drug trafficking and money laundering, of course being tagged to the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. With what lens do you view this reports, let's put it that way, ahead of next year's activities, and what course do you expect events to take during the course of next year?
Look, I went to Chicago myself. Nobody told me I went to Chicago myself. I went to the court where Bola Tinubu had this issue. I went to the Chicago State University. I went there, I saw the documents myself. Bola Tinubu is a known Lord. I went there. I mean, another person isn't telling me. You see the picture on the screen? I took that picture. If you move to the right, you're going to see me in that picture. Bola Tinubu is a known Lord. He has this man who's meant to be the Minister of Labor and Productivity, or rather say on productivity, who went on TV to try to hoodwink Nigerians, telling them that the charge against Bola Tinubu was just for tax, that all he paid was tax, that it had nothing to do with drugs. That is a big lie. I have the document here. Nigerians can see it. I hope you can see it on the screen here. I have the document here. It actually says, and if you look at it, it says docket. A docket, and as I'm speaking, your viewers can go on Google and fact check me. A docket is used for a criminal pending. A criminal pending. So you don't use a docket for a civil matter. And then right on the very first paragraph on this docket, it says that this is a forfeiture action under under 21 USC section 881. USC is the United States Criminal Code. I will state it again. USC is the United States Criminal Code. Now, if you're watching at home, you can go on Google and you can fact check me. The United States Criminal Code is Title 18 USC, United States Criminal Code. And I'm going to read what section 881 of the USC, the Criminal Code, says. Now, this is it. I'm reading it. Nigerians can see it here. This is what I'm reading. It says, the following shall be subject to forfeiture to the United States, and no property rights shall exist in them. All monies, negotiable instruments, securities, or other things of value furnished or intended to be furnished by any person in exchange for a controlled substance or listed chemical in violation of this subchapter. All proceeds traceable to such an exchange, and all monies, negotiable instruments, and securities used or intended to be used to facilitate any violation of this subchapter. The word used there is controlled substances. Now, for Nigerians who may not understand this, a controlled substance are what they call narcotics, hard drugs. In this case, it was white heroin. Bola Tinubu was involved in a white and he was the treasurer of that cartel. And then he put some monies into an account. He was working for Mobile. And as he was working for Mobile, his salary was $2,400. Yet he paid in a total of $1.4 million into several accounts. Now, he was asked to explain how he got those monies. He could not explain how he got those monies. So one of those accounts, the money's in there, $460,000. It was forfeited to the United States government. It was not taxed. Now, there is only one agency of the United States government that has been given the authority to take forfeited amount, and that is the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. If you look at the case of the U.S. state, the state versus Ismail Zambalda, who was the leader of the Sinaloa drug cartel, the exact same language that was used in this docket is the exact same language that was used for that man, Ismail Zambalda. And if you're watching me, you can Google it. That it says that you agree to forfeit $5 million to the United States. Word for word with what was used for Bola Tinubu. The only difference is the amount. Bola Tinubu forfeited $460,000. Ismail Zambalda forfeited $5 million. But the source of the money came from the same place, drugs.
Yeah, but let me come in very quickly. So some people, of course, of the school of thought will say to you, forfeiture is in fact a civil proceeding, not a criminal proceeding. What do you say to that? Also, an indictment is an allegation, and not a conviction. There is that school of thought around it. Does it hold any weight for you?
No, I have a master's in law from the United Kingdom. You know, the man who came to speak, what's his name, Festus Keyamo. And look, the Legal Practitioners Privileges Council, they have to sanction Festus Keyamo because what he did was either very dishonest or very ignorant or both. And you've got foreign embassies who are watching this and they have equivalent titles to the Senior Advocate of Nigeria. If they watch on television this man speaking so ignorantly and so dishonestly, they're going to tell their own governments that, listen, we need to stop having equivalency with the Senior Advocate of Nigeria because standards have dropped. A forfeiture flows from a... Look, you can have forfeiture in a civil matter, which is rare, but most forfeitures will flow from a criminal charge. Most forfeitures will flow from a criminal charge. And you also have it here in the EFCC in Nigeria. You can check it in the EFCC in Nigeria. You have several governors who have gone to jail. I don't want to mention their names because I don't want to hurt their families, but they forfeited their houses, they forfeited monies in their accounts to the federal government through the EFCC. It's the same thing with the United States. It wasn't a civil matter. I mean, I just showed you the docket. I mean, I hope your cameras can catch it. If you're watching me on at home, go on Google. Don't take my word. Assuming Reno Omokri is lying to you, check the word docket. A docket is not used for a civil matter. This is a criminal matter. Look at it there. You know, it says there, you know, I'm going to read it for you. Docketed July 28. And then it says that verified complaint of forfeiture. Is a complaint used in a civil matter? So, I mean, these people, they are trying to hoodwink Nigerians. They are trying to pull the wool over the eyes of Nigerians. And it's so disappointing.
Reno, just to butt in there, I mean, yes, the cameras can see the document that you have there, you know, very clearly, and you have displayed it twice. That's okay. But my question is, how is the document that you are holding different from the certified true copy that the U.S. court released last week? And how does that detract from the fact that by 2003, 10 years after, you know, the alleged infringement and the case and everything, that the U.S. court declared that Bola Tinubu was no longer under investigation and that the case had been closed, having forfeited more than $400,000, you know, to the U.S. government. Is there still a case there? And how is this different from the certified true copy that the court released last week?
No. This is the certified true copy. This is it. This is the first page. Don't you see it there? A true copy attested. Thomas G. Burton Clerk. Yeah. This is a certified true copy. This is what you're talking about.
It's the same thing, yeah.
This is a document.
Okay. So it's the same document that Nigerians have seen.
Let me respond to your questions.
All right. Go on.
Yeah, please let me respond to your question. Yeah, so what you have, I'm going to give you a very good example. The United States, you know, they do not have exactly the same kind of criminal system that you have in Nigeria. So for instance now, maybe you are charged for an offense in the United States. There's something called a plea bargain. Now, it takes a lot of money to prosecute a case in America. It can take millions of dollars to prosecute a case in America. And sometimes when you prosecute a case in America, you might not even get a conviction. But when you have a defendant in a case who agrees to a plea bargain and says, okay, yes, I know that you've charged me to court and I know that this and this and this and this are what you're saying. But you know what? Instead of going all the way, I actually agree to these and these charges, and then let's reach a settlement. And that's what happened in this case. In this case, what they were going after, they were not going after Bola Tinubu as the main defendant. They were going after two people. One of them, his name is Muiz Akonde, and then the other one is a gentleman called Agbele. They are both in Nigeria. Now, as I'm speaking to you right now, I will ask Nigerians to go through the list, the Executive Council of the Lagos State Government, and then see if there's any familiar names there, and then begin to ask questions. Why is that person in the Lagos State Executive Council, and what is the relationship of that person to this Akonde that was mentioned in this drug case involving Bola Tinubu? I'm not going to say more, you know. Anyway, so going back there, when you have a plea bargain, and then you say, okay, I'm going to forfeit this, then the government walks away because they don't want want to go through a lengthy trial. What they just want to do is to destroy your criminal organization. I'm going to give you an example now. You've had several drug cartel leaders, several, not one, several drug cartel leaders who have reached plea bargain agreements with the United States to forfeit loads of money, to forfeit sometimes as much as hundreds of millions of dollars. And then when that's done, they go their way, and then the United States goes their way, and then their criminal enterprise is destroyed. That is what happened here. The forfeiture of that $460,000 was meant to be punitive, was meant to smash that white heroin drug cartel, and then when the US government felt that they succeeded in doing that, then the case ended. I do agree that this case has been closed. I'm not saying that this case is still pending, but what I'm saying is that as at the time when this case was pending, it wasn't just a civil matter, it arose out of a criminal matter, and that Bola Tinubu was at the heart of this cartel. Okay. And here is the challenge for Nigeria. If we elect, can I finish please? If we elect a known Lord as our president, it's going to have serious ramifications on our economy. You're going to have what happened in Colombia, where major banks and foreign direct investors did not want to invest in Colombia because their president was linked to drugs. It's going to happen to Nigeria, and that is going to drive the value of the naira down. It's going to have an effect on you when you travel with your green passport, because you are going to be looked automatically as a suspect.
You don't hear am so. Since he talk those things, till now, he never make any public apology. Till now, he never retract those statements. Till now, never say I am sorry, unless I don't know, correct me in the comment section. So because of that, it means say waiting in talk is still stand by those things. That is the meaning. Because if somebody sue you now, you go say make you retract those statements, make you apologize. It means say when you apologize, you retract. Waiting you talk now, don't delete what you first talk. It makes whatever you have said so far invalid. But for me, unless I don't know, I have not seen anything like this. Okay? After those type of statements, the Constitution declared the man as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Both INEC and court. After some times, he can't do this interview.
If Bola Tinubu approaches you to work with him, would you?
It will never happen.
Okay, which one? Which of the scenarios? Him approaching you or you accepting to work with him?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to betray privilege. Somebody from Bola Tinubu's camp has already reached out to me, and I told the person that, look, it cannot happen. I can't do it. It's just against my principles. I'm not. Some people can do that. It's not in my DNA. I can't do it. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I wish Bola Tinubu well if he eventually is sworn in and then the courts uphold his victory. But I can never work with him.
He's saying no go ever. He know the character. He know the character. He know the character. After that time now, small. Now so he come they defend Mr. President. They attack his opponent. They defend her. As you say now, Mr. President, they here now. He they sees. They used to they defend her. They attack his opponent. They defend her. They defend her. They defend her. They defend her. President Tinubu just a look her. Defend her. Go visit her. Defend. Go stay here. Defend. Before you know it, Tinubu nominates Omokri, Fani Kayode, Ugwai, Mahmoud Yakubu, 28 others as ambassadors. Okay? Today, he called drop long tweet. We go see what he drop. I thank God Almighty for this nomination. I look forward to serving my fatherland and humanity. I am particularly grateful to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his visionary and exemplary leadership. The President has taught me the meaning of forgiveness. We are going to look at this in Law 2 of the 48 Laws of Power. Okay? And has helped me better understand what patriotism entails. In short, Christ-likeness is demonstrated in him. With all the things we are not talk, all the things we are talking from my mouth, like toilet, he still forgive me. He's the right man at the right time for the right job and deserves the right hand of fellowship from all Nigerians. May God bless you, Mr. President, and may Nigeria prosper as an indivisible entity with peace, prosperity, and progress under your able leadership. I thank my parents, Esinjo Lomi and Omere Wumi. You know, they thank everybody like person who don't win trophy. Something where you don't labor for. I thank you, Mr. President. I thank you. attack my father, attack my mother. Who molded me as a piece of clay? They receive from God. It told what I am today. It told what he is. It means say, he don't dey think of this is where will they appoint me? That is the meaning. What I am today. That is what ambassador. What I am today. Oh my God. May God bless Malam Nuhu Ribadu. Although I've said this publicly before, let me repeat it today. If it were possible for all the goodness on earth to be domiciled in a single human being, that person would be Malam. What do you call it? They say, who do you know? Who is your godfather? Finally, I thank my wife, Anna, my Yene Konju, who has been a pillar by my side and helped settle my mind for the 3 years that enemies of the president made me their foe because of my unhallowed support for the president and unrelenting loyalty to Nigeria. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. See, so it means there was a target. To everything there is a purpose. So all the attacks where the opponents they received, all the support, they were for something. Because for this type of long thank you, it's like somebody where they expect something cease. Person where they don't walk, where they don't climb mountain, climb. They call it come and rest. Get the partner. Analytical mind, think, students, think. You get what I'm saying? But we continue. But one thing I want to pick from this class, now from law 2 of the 48 laws of power. Don't behave like this guy. Don't behave like Jagaban. Behave like Mr. President. If you want to grow in life, don't do like Omokri. Omokri grew by not looking at tomorrow, talking anyhow. You can support person without destroying the other person. Because you don't know tomorrow. If they support article, you don't know tomorrow. See tomorrow now. So you too, what you go learn from this class? Now I want to be like Omokri. There were some people who be say they supported article, but they don't talk anyhow. Like Daniel Bola. He supported article, but he don't talk anyhow. You get the point that, So now, who you should pick his character from here? Now, Mr. President, I will show you from law 2 of the 48 laws of power. Let's see. And before we continue, what did they kill many people? Now, emotion. People, when they fight person now, don't calculate, say, if I see that person today, I go hit his face, I go do like this. You don't do all the calculation. But in the midst of the fight, you can't forget everything because you were carried away by anger. Anger. You don't use your brain. You suspended your thinking, your calculation. Because they use anger and know how they behave. Or love. Too much love. Great people, they always stay calm. They use calculation. They use laws. Okay? Weak leaders, they use emotion. They vibrate in the public. They shout. They display some characters. They think say they're strong. They don't know say they're weak. Before you know it, they apologize. Another one is strong leaders. They use calculations. They use laws. Some people were born leaders. They know they react anyhow. You feel you have them. They know they look you. They know what they do. You feel call them anything. They look. Unless you are a leader, when they use calculation, you can't go far. Now we want to say so. According to law 2, it does say, never put too much trust in friends. People where they use anger, emotion, they not go follow these laws. Never put too much trust in your friends. Learn how to use your enemies. Okay? Learn to use enemies. People when they use emotion, anger, they use sentiment. They can never use laws. They can never use calculations. But Mr. President, if you look at his political journey, if they use calculation, if they use laws, they operate. You can hardly see any president, I never see leader that will give person like this an appointment, irrespective of how you shout their praise. You see how so? The judgment section of the law, I'm going to say what it talk. It does say, be wary of friends. Not be saying make you not use friends, but be wary of them. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. Friends can easily jealous you. You are here, you have friends around you, they can easily jealous you. That's what the law is saying. They also become spoiled and tyrannical because they don't see you finish. They can even buy you. Most of the code does it for other countries. Now close people. AIDS, where they close to people. He say, be wary of them. Be careful of them. Okay, let's continue. But hire a former enemy. He will be more loyal than a friend. But if you are hiring them, no hire them close or hire them and put them in a position that is far away from you to monitor their loyalties. Okay? Not be saying people don't use friends, but be wary of them. Be more careful about them. Be more careful. Because they don't see you finish. They desire what you get. They believe that they're supposed to get them. Especially if you start at the same time. You get the point now. Because he has more to prove an enemy has more to prove. Like person like Reno Omokri has more to prove. So he has to attack Obi every day, attack anybody to prove say, are they loyal? Attack people, even whatever other person. He needs to prove say, I will never betray you. But a friend will never do that for you. Go and check Mr. President's friends. How many of them they attack the opponents like that? They are loyal, they are friends. But a former enemy want to prove his loyalty to you than your friend. You get the point now. So if you hire them, they will work tirelessly to prove themselves say, are they loyal? You get the point now. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. You get more thing where you go suppose to fear from friends. So if people poison you, get access to your bedroom, everything. If a friend tell you now say, hello, let's meet, you know go calculate. You believe say na your friend. No say they walk by you so. But an enemy, if he calls you, go dey more careful. So if you have them around you in some position, you are very calculative, okay? According to the law, if you have no enemies, find a way to make some enemies, okay? Thirdly, key lines from the interpretation section, the interpretation of the law. Friends often expect more of you than they deserve. They expect more things from you than what they're supposed to get. They have this sense of privilege concerning your personal things. Enemies expect more. As so, when you win their favor, just like now, you win a loyalty stronger than any friend can give. So, if you can get an enemy, former enemy, you can win their favor with appointment like this, you win a loyalty stronger than any friend can give. Nothing is more dangerous than a friend, according to the law, who has lost the sense of gratitude. There are some things now you go do for your brothers, sisters. They're not going to thank yourself because they are close friends. But say now outsider, you go thank you. It could be a former enemy. It go shock about your good heart. You go even regret, why did I find this person? I don't know say this person dey good like this. A former enemy can become the most faithful of friends. A former enemy can become the most faithful of friends. Among all your friends where you get, say one of them na former enemy. You go dey most faithful, but the old ones, they don't get anything to prove. But the enemy you had before, who is now your friend, because of your benevolence, go prove to you say, I'm sorry. Go work hard to make you succeed. But according to the law, there's another side to this law. Don't be saying how they do because they look for all the enemies, so they're going to stick by you. Be careful, be calculative. At the end of the day, you go succeed. I prefer this one than yabi person, forget tomorrow. What do you think? Drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.